Okay, I've got us under, and I think that I'm in a good position here. 'Cause, yeah. Ooh, that's close. That's a merchant. That's not good, though. We want to be pretty much with the rest of the... or having the convoy crossing our path. Are we really in... oh, we're submerged. I don't know why I thought that that meant shallow waters. So I think that we're going to be in a good spot here. As somebody helpfully pointed out, it's entirely possible, although I consider it pretty unlikely, that the Japanese are able to somehow see the wake of my periscope here. But I was moving at like 1 knot, and I just have a hard time seeing how the game... I mean, the game's a dick. I mean, let's just be honest. It hates me, so... uh-oh. He's flashing a signal. He might have just seen me, which is incredible. But that's the conga line of the convoy. So I'm going to get my scope down here. So I think I might have overshot now. But wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. They were zigzagging, though. Yeah, he's coming that way. The other one behind him is going to this way. I'm a little bit nervous about this. Well, this is probably as good as it's going to get. I'm not going to move us. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes here under to see. Oh, that's a nightmarish look there. Look at that. Those are probably all escorts there. I'll wait a few minutes for them to get a little bit closer.
Bearing 2, 3, 6, long range.
I didn't like the fact that he was flashing a signal.
Bearing 3, 0, 5, long range.
Yeah, they're right on 270. That's not good. We might have to back up.
Yes, sir. Back slow.
That sucks. Let's look at the map here. Are we really... yeah, we're moving a little bit. Getting a bunch of different readings here. We're getting pinged. Shit, they might have heard me, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of obnoxious. Oops. Using the observation scope, I always need to remind myself of that. Let's look off to port here. Oh boy, yeah, we've kind of stirred up the hornet's nest here, you guys. Okay, so these guys are going to be sharp. Oh, hello. Hello. Okay, well, I'm going to have to probably work through a torpedo solution here really quickly, and I need to get my act together here. This is the passenger liner, I believe. Yes. Okay. The way that this works is a little bit different than in Silent Hunter 3, because... I'm just wondering how we're going to do this, because this game doesn't like it when you try to come up with torpedo solutions on these kinds of bearings, but we're going to give it a shot. Actually... we're going to say that he's heading right for me. Okay, so this thing uses basically a big old analog computer to come up with its torpedo solutions. And in Silent Hunter 3, basically, all you would do is you'd get the AOB and the range and then time it, and then based on what the amount of degrees that the ship passed across over your reticle, the game would infer what the speed was off of that. This is a little bit different.
Bearing 2, 7, 1, long range.
And it's very easy to get it wrong. In my experience. I don't know. 16 knots is completely wrong, for instance. It's just bonkers. So I'm not going to really bother with it in this case. I'm going to have to probably manually put in a speed here. Since the convoy was going about 9 and they're zigzagging, I'm just going to put in 5 because when they squiggle like that, it's usually a good bet. This is all just on the fly here. Is that even going to reach him? Yes, it will. Okay, we're going to wait just a second here until he crosses. Now, is he going to double back? He is doubling back.
Contact. Warship.
You know what? I'm going to range it here.
2, 4, 1. Long range.
He's doubling back. I don't want it to be... I'm actually going to make it even steeper yet. This is bullshit. This is not going very well. No. I didn't intend to do that. I know that the reading is bunk, so I'm not going to bother with it. Just put this in. 4.5 is fine. This is just not promising at all. But again, this is actually sort of similar to the way in which American sub-skippers would kind of position their attacks in some cases. They would like to shoot, this is going to sound funny, but shoot down the throat of the convoy. I'm going to get the hell under. This pinging is intolerable.
Dive.
Because I think it was partly because of the Mark 14 torpedo not triggering correctly. But I don't see our torpedoes. I guess our wake is pretty subtle. We can't really use the attack map. We can go ahead and look at it, but it's not going to give us any information. Our target is apparently there. That's that's the extent of our info here. So we're going down pretty quick here. Gonna put us even further down.
Current depth 2, 0. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See if we can get another look here. Should be heading right in this direction here.
Current depth 4, 0.
I think we probably have missed, but... Oh, there they are. Well, I'm not going to say that it looks terrible.
Current depth 5.
Past the thermal layer, that's good. Oh, hey. He's coming to port. If he continues his turn like that, it's possible that we'll hit. The question is whether or not the torpedoes will glance off.
Current depth
They very
6,
well might.
0.
The other thing is that he could
Yes, sir.
slow it down, but
6, 4.
Ahead 1/3.
he could see them and
Contact.
make a maneuver.
Warship.
I don't think he's going to be able to. I think we
Constant
might
distance.
get
3,
that
1,
one there
2,
isn't going to hit,
long
but this one could.
Torpedo way back.
Right in the snout. Beautiful. Holy shit. Holy shit. I can't believe I hit that fucking ship. We're pretty well under right now. I don't think that that's going to really do any serious damage to him. Let's actually see if we can look under. Yep, right in the prow of the ship. I just heard... Well, I shouldn't be looking, I guess. But I do hear charges being launched at us. We need to start maneuvering, and I think I'm going to keep us going west. Just because then it's possible we'll get mixed in with the convoy.
2, 5. Yes, sir.
I think we made them very angry, though. Oh, boy.
Torpedo missed, sir.
That's okay. I'm glad that we got a single hit in. That's incredible. We can kill that. Oh, that's just the normal. Shit. That really actually wasn't that close, as loud as it was. It didn't rock the boat too much. Alright, well, we scored a hit. That's what counts. That was a lot better than our last attack, but this is scary shit, man. Somebody also mentioned in the comments to probably the second video that you kind of start out this game in the equivalent of like 1943 or 1944 for the Germans. So things are really kind of tough sometimes. Actually, let me look at something over here. Excuse me, pardon me. That'll do. Just want to make sure that we weren't putting out too many RPMs. But the game is pretty ridiculously difficult at times. So I think we're doing okay. We got to keep our eye on that ship that we hit, see if it... Well, I don't know if we really have any way of doing that, because normally we would rely on contact lines. So I'm just going to, you know, sit on my ass and try not to get depth charged. I think that's really our priority right now. We're not going to really worry about finishing off that ship if we're dead, so, you know, it's kind of a no-brainer. Alright, so I'm going to continue to evade as best as I can and follow up with you guys as normal once I get depth charged. Oh joy. Hasn't really been too long after the attack, but we have not been pinged for quite some time now. So I think we got away from that pretty well. I think part of the secret is kind of mingling into the convoy. If you're that close, what you can do is basically get under the ships, and the escorts won't have any real way of attacking you because they'll run into their own ships. And of course the game AI is programmed so that it won't ram ships unless it absolutely has to. So that's one way of doing it, and I think crash diving, although that's usually a bad idea in Silent Hunter 3 because it makes you so loud, if they already know where you are, there's no sense in, you know, trying to be silent. They already have a pretty good idea of where you are, so you might as well move quickly and get under as quick as you can. So I think that was part of why that ended up being marginally successful. I have not heard any indication that that ship is sinking. I didn't obviously get a look at it, so I don't know what its current state is. If we're lucky, it's somehow been crippled. I doubt that very much, but I'm going to put us up at periscope depth and take a look around. Let's see if we're okay here. Get that mess out of here. This system works pretty well if your targets are relatively square to you, but if they're in any way like at a steep angle, it's pretty sketchy. So it's something, and you have to probably be pretty good at your AOBs anyways. Is that a ship off in the distance or a star? Well, it's tough to say. There's a ship. He might be just hanging around. Don't see anything else. I bet he's just hanging around to see if we decide to come back to the surface. There's the moon. In case you don't know what that bright glowing object in the night sky is. Okay, well, it looks like they did indeed leave some kind of guard, I guess you'd say. Where's he at? So what would that be? To our north. So the convoy headed north. That kind of makes sense, I guess. He's probably on his way back to the rest of the convoy, so I think I'm going to put us on the surface. I'm going to risk it.
Yes, sir. Surface the boat. Yes, sir.
Surface, surface, surface.
We do have the moon at our backs, though. That's not good. No, it's actually not, relative to where he is. Okay, let's put the scope down. Not like that would be easily seen or anything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's take another quick look. Yeah, he's pretty far away, and I think he is heading north. So, I'm going to try to overtake them again.
Ahead flank.
My men are kind of freaked out because that guy is pretty close.
Yes, sir.
But I don't think he's really close enough to be a worry. And for the time being, I'm going to keep us going probably to the northwest. Maybe west-northwest until we get out of this guy's area.
Yes, sir. New course 290. Yes, sir.
Just keeping my eye on him. Yeah, he looks like he's not interested so far. So we're going to press on, try to overtake the convoy one more time, and possibly try to get another shot off. We have a total of 12, I believe, torpedoes. So let's see. Let's go to the weapons screen here. 3... Okay, yeah, we have a total of 10 left. So I think we're looking pretty good here. I'm going to give it another shot and try to overtake them. And try, above all, not to die. It would seem that we have reacquired the convoy from the west side this time as opposed to the east side, because the west side's the best side. Boo. And that looks like the passenger ship. But I should probably see if there are any escorts that are trying to kill us, and he looks like he's looking askance at us. He's taking a sidelong, wary look at our little sub, but he possibly doesn't see us. Possibly. And there is some idiot's forehead. Outstanding. Just gonna phase right through you, sir. Don't mind me. I have that ability. I can move effortlessly through human matter, which is an advantage in a lot of social situations. There's another escort who's kind of creeping me out. I think I'm going to turn us a little bit more steeply west. I already did make an adjustment once I saw them, and I think I'm going to make an even bigger adjustment. Oh my god. And I think that they're heading roughly like this. So that's the plan. I'm going to try to attack them from this side in the hopes that it's a little bit more concomitant to... is that even the right use of the word concomitant? Who cares? It sounded really neat. I'm hoping that there are more, or fewer, fewer escorts on this side. And so far I think I'm going to be disappointed. There's 1, 2... That might be on the other side. And then there's 2 buddies over here that were giving me the eye. Well, it might be a little bit better. We'll see. They could call everybody over here, though, or a lot more people over here to, you know, give us a hard time, to harass us. Ah, there's Orion. May the god of the hunt favor us. I guess he's not the god of the hunt. He's just a guy with a club and a lion or something. Anyways, that's the situation. I'm going to try to maneuver around them a little bit, get ahead of them, and then meander on into a firing position. I'm trying to see... You guys probably, again, YouTube likes to darken these videos a lot, and I try to adjust for it, but that guy looks like he might be... That's the passenger liner that we hit before, and it looks like he might be slightly listing. It's not anything to... that he should be terribly concerned about. Obviously, he's got a hole in his ship, but it looks like he either counter-flooded or repaired sufficiently that he's able to stay afloat, so good for him. It's not going to last. Our torpedoes have been reloaded, so that's good. So we'll be able to make another attack here, hopefully fairly soon, once I get us into a better position. I think I'm just going to haul ass at a head flank for a good long while and try to take another shot here in a little while. A long while and then a little while. I don't know how that works, but God, that scares me every time they say that. He just hisses it at me. It sounds like there's like a little cat in my... You know what? I'm going crazy here. I'm going to go ahead and just continue the pursuit wordlessly. Here's a little recap of what's been happening. It's actually 8:46, so as you can see, the chase didn't go as planned. I didn't intercept them in the night. But now it's daytime, and I've run into them again, and I think that they noticed, because there's an escort bearing down on me, and another, and another. So, I'm trying to outrun them, but I won't be able to, because I'm pretty sure that they see me here. You guys see me? Hello? Just flash him a signal. Hey, do you see me? Yeah, so... This hasn't gone according to plan. What do you know? Why don't we just see if we can possibly put them behind us? Probably not going to be able to. Just speeding along here with my fingers crossed. He's definitely approaching us. Let's look at the map. Oh, good! Look at them. They're chasing me. They're gonna kill me. Although they're not exactly going on the right course to do that. This is not smart. This is just not smart at all. Meanwhile, the convoy is very, very far away now. They've probably adjusted course to maneuver away from me. If we were able to coordinate tactics with other submarines, we would probably be saying, okay, I've got 3 of them tied up. Go ahead and launch your attack, please. And I think that they're gaining. They might get tired of chasing me, though, because that one there is just fooling around. Oh, snap! Yeah, that's right. You don't want to step to this. It's a G-Funk era. No, I'm not going to do regulators. Yeah, they're going away. Cowards. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about with the whole, you know what? This kind of boat, you gotta make some gambles every now and then. That's not really what I'm talking about. That was a stupid thing to do, actually. Those things could have killed me immediately. They could have started shooting at me at any time there. Alright, so obviously you just saw me make a new course there. And I'm gonna get a nice examination of this guy's ear. Looks pretty gummed up, sir. Let's take another look through our TBT. And smoke. Very, very faint smoke. That might be kind of good that they're on that bearing relative to me. I don't know what direction they're going now because, again, they moved north for a while and now they're moving northwest probably. So, we're getting a little bit far afield here. We should probably consider going to Luzon because they're possibly heading back to Hong Kong. Or actually, Hong Kong is in the process of being invaded. Maybe they're going to go assist in the invasion there. Because maybe I turned them away from their intended target because I'm such a badass. But I'm going to chase them for a little bit longer. It would be nice if I could get another nighttime attack in on them, but I'm not holding out too much hope. Let's do a quick dive, actually, and see if we can hear them.
Yes, sir. Periscope depth. Current depth 10.
Okie dokie. That's a warship there. Tell you what, let's keep going on this course for a wee bit, and then, yeah, this is actually probably going to be fine. And again, we're going to end up attacking them from the starboard side of the convoy, but that's okay. As long as we can get some kind of an attack in, I will be pleased. And just wanted to show you guys that little bit of a close call, but I think that we are going to be in a position here to possibly make a daytime attack on these guys, and we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to pause until we get into position.